I'm doing a tutorial in Shortcuts a lot, and I'm doing a text tutorial. So in Shortcuts a lot, we have the text bar over here, so I can click on here, click on my workspace here and type something in. Now, as it happens, I've got a fill on here and I don't want that fill on there. So I'm going to go up here and click on none. And I'm going to make it a bit bigger so that you can more easily see it. Now, this particular text has an overlap. This one is Autumn in November. It's a free font from font.com, a very good font for script, and it's nice and easy to use. So at the moment, if I were to cut this out, I would be cutting all these little bits which are overlapping, which would not be a great idea. Now, there are several ways of avoiding that. One of which, if you don't want to mess around with the text itself, is to go over to the wrench here and to click on weld. Now, if it's working correctly, this should weld everything together just temporarily for the cut that I'm doing at the moment. This is the preview button. And again, if it's working correctly, it's just going to show me the outside line. Yay, it did work. I was doing this video earlier and the preview just wasn't working. It was showing everything. So as you can see, this is what's going to be cut. And those little grey bits are where the overlaps are, but they are not going to be cut if that setting is on. I'm going to put that off again because I don't want it there. The other way of making this well together is to select it, go to Path and go to Union. It will do exactly the same thing. As long as all the letters are overlapping, you will have a perfectly good cut. Now, this is one of the areas where it is also a wise idea to go to the Path and the Simplify button, because you can see here we've got 189 nodes on this original one, and when we do the simplifying it goes down to 82 and it still looks the same. So if I click on OK, I now have a much smaller number of nodes. My machine will cut it more quickly, it will cut more cleanly, and it's just better. There are times if you overdo the simplification, you can make a text go out of shape, but you can always undo the simplification or not confirm it and go back to your normal one if that's what you want, or just decrease the amount of simplification that you're applying. So that would be my text. Ready, done, no problem. There's a couple of other things that I can do to this. I can go to Path and I can put an offset path on. Now this will take away the original path and it will put the offset on. So if I look at my preview now, I've got to click on OK. I don't even need to look at the preview, I can see what it has done. So it has applied the offset to both the inside lines and the outside lines. And that isn't necessarily what you want to do. I'm going to undo that. Now the way around this is pretty easy. What you want to do is to break this apart. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the outside line, and on my keyboard I'm just going to move it down a certain number of arrows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can see that all my inner bits here are loose up here. So I'm going to take all those and I'm going to group those. I'm going to take this here and I'm just going to add an offset path to this piece. So path and offset path. And I can choose how big or small I want the offset to be. And if I really wanted to, I could even put an inside offset on. It's up to me. I'm going to click on OK, so I now have a much bigger outside. And then I can move this back up, like that. And I've got the same size holes, but I've got much chunkier lettering. So you can alter this in any way you like. I could, if I wanted to, make my holes bigger as well. Yeah, it just depends. Once you've got it as you like it, you then go to path and then exclude. And then that could be filled with a colour if you want, because all those little holes are literally cut out. If I go here and put a colour in, you can see what I mean. There we go. Let's change that to something a bit more interesting in colour rather than grey. There we are. And there I have my cut shape again. So that is one way of putting an offset around it. Another way of doing something which a lot of people do, particularly when they're doing stickers, you go to the effects, and you go to shadow layer, contour cut. Now in this case, I want to cut around all of this, but I don't want to cut the inside holes. So I want a blackout shadow, and you can increase the shadow however you like, or you can put in a number in there. I usually put a number in because that means I get it exact, and if I'm doing more than one thing in a project, I get the same ones. But you can do that. So you now get the blackout shadow and you click on OK, and the preview will show you what you have. So you have both your cutout here and you have your outside shadow. So you can switch those lines off, or you could cut them as separate pieces if that's what you wanted to do. So you can have that as a print by going over to the wrench and changing it from a cut to print and cut print only. And then this one you can have as a cut line. Yeah, you can change it. It's up to you. Depends how you want to cut it, whether you're cutting it in vinyl, whether you're doing a print and cut or whatever. You can also offset it slightly to get a different effect, more like a shadow effect than an outer line just over the whole lot. So that's something else you can do with the text. Okay, that's the basics for the text, but you can do a lot more than that. It just won't be that short a video. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.